Hello, everybody. I am Jen Saponaro with Power Up in 10, and we are so excited to kick off the new year with everybody. And I have my sidekick here, Mr. Tom Rolston. Tom's been in sales for over 40 years, and he came to this beautiful concept of Power Up in 10, seeing where there's some missing pieces within the business world today. Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great, Jen.
Good, good. So Tom, everybody's wondering, they've seen a little teasers and content coming out the past couple months. What is Power Up in 10?
Well, you're watching it live. Here's Power Up in 10. What we are looking at is a short video right now about us, but this is the kind of thing that we're going to do for other people where we're a business-to-business referral network. And what we do is we create short videos, introductions by service providers to businesses that educate companies, that's our audience, those are the members, to different solutions that they need, that they are searching for to solve their problems. Maybe their problems are in sales, or their problems are in anything legal or accounting or payroll or whatever. But these experts are all in a professional service where they are paid to produce, where they pay to produce webinar videos of their competencies, their strengths, to solve specific problems. These videos are then searchable by companies on an on-demand platform by keywords, things of that sort. And service providers then invite their contacts into the network as free members, an exclusive service that only the people that create videos can offer to their customers.
That's awesome. It's exciting, and I think it's such a one-step process, like one-stop shop, they would say, to learn and grow and connect. I love that. You mentioned Power Up in 10 as a referral network. Can you explain a little bit more about what a referral network means to you?
Yeah, because a referral network can mean a lot of things to different people. There are really two components if you think about it, as the fact that usually in a referral network, somebody's giving a referral to somebody receiving the referral. And the other is the person or entity being referred. So, if I recommend a doctor to you, the doctor is who's being referred. Most networks are set up casually like this, and we make individual referrals. Some are simply lead providers, so they provide lists that you can pay for. But Power Up in 10 is a new paradigm. Our network is a service provider, and any service provider, a lawyer, a money manager, website developer, a public relations firm. Think of anybody that supplies a service to a business. And this can be fairly frequent and common, where informally we say, oh, you need a lawyer, here you go. Somebody I know, somebody I use, etc. What Power Up in 10 does that's different is that all the service providers are interviewed to audition their solutions. So now all of a sudden your repertoire of service providers is dramatically wider if you yourself are a service provider. So, and they all create the short videos, 5 to 10 minutes, about these specific challenges that they help solve. So now we create this library, this hub of all of these businesses that then is searchable by businesses to find what they are looking for. And we call it our knowledge center. It's identified by their problems. They use keywords to find a solution.
That's fantastic. And so it just sounds like a really solid foundation to have everything at your fingertips of what you're needing in a very fast-paced world. So let's talk about what makes up this network and how are you going to help us connect with people on this?
Yeah. So again, the network is created for service providers. It's a sales and referral tool. So we call them partners. They're really our partners. They're really the crux of this. They provide expertise in the videos. The webinar format that we use, which is very similar to this, provides for a comfortable introduction. So we have calls to action. You can link to my calendar on this. You can look at my website. We can fill out a survey for you. We can create chat rooms. We can give you access to white papers and other video content. We can do giveaways. So we can run contests to get people to give us information and then whatever. And all that action is, these calls to action are where behavior data can be gathered. So a huge part of Power Up in 10 is that we create that database, and then we provide both to the referral source, the person who put their name, the contact on the list in the first place, and to the video producing person. So in other words, what the customer looked at, we provide to both of them data about that customer. Now they can sit and talk to each other, okay? And at the same time, one of the most important parts about this is your contacts that you give, you educate them to what's going on in the platform, and they can opt in or opt out. This isn't something you need to give to everybody, but the great thing is, Mark Zuckerberg has a quote that we put on here about how a trusted referral is the holy grail. And a trusted referral comes from a trusted resource. So think about it this way, that every customer has somebody that brought them into the network. And they, at the same time, we take advantage of that concept that we all want to be able to say to somebody, I can help you with that problem. You need a restaurant in Baltimore? I know perfectly. I've been there many times. I know I can help you with that. So if you're a business faced with a challenge, your partners that we just talked about can provide you with the resources to address a solution to virtually any problem you have. And partners and members can invite other trusted advisors and contacts into the network, and they can get credit for it. They can get paid for it to make these referrals. I don't know of anywhere else you can do that. And this is one of the key elements of the network. It's monetizing people's contact lists. So for those invited, it's a warm introduction to a knowledgeable lecture that was introduced by somebody you know.
So I love that. It's like this exclusive club mixed up with some Google and LinkedIn. It's like everything put together all at once. I love it. I love the idea. So you keep talking about this service provider, or like you like to say a partner. What is the benefit of becoming one?
Well, if you think about service companies, and you can have payroll companies, for example, that have salespeople, or you could have a law firm that has partners. Think about it. These people are being asked, in many cases, the partners or companies like that, in many cases, or a business owner, think about those kind of people, a small consultant. They're being asked to split their time between servicing clients, and in many cases they charge hourly or on project payment deadlines. So I got to get this deadline done, I got to get this completed, and all that's doing is taking away from their sales effort, and vice versa. Their sales takes away from their hours that they're billing. So providers of services are commonly in a position to recommend the need for a preventive behavior to help their customers. So the benefit of this network is that other people can recommend you to help somebody with something. So networking with other vendors, people that have complementary services to what you do, is a huge part of this program. And that's why partners really can get a value out of this that maybe an awful lot of people don't think about in their normal referral network.
You're absolutely right. I think this is going to be very productive and very, very impactful, and really change the outlook on how we're connecting with everybody. And like you said, keeping up that connection, that's the biggest thing. I'm sure we talked earlier, there's a high percentage of connections that may have not been updated lately, and you may not even know how to get a hold of them anymore. And this is going to help keep that connection. So yeah, I have to ask you, if I'm not a service provider or a partner, can I still benefit from this network?
I love quoting a guy named Simon Sinek. He says, a community is a group of people who agree to grow together. A great referral network is based on that trust. Again, back to Mark Zuckerberg. Sales is a lot about being in the right time at the right place. Many services are a want, not a need. So cybersecurity, for example, I don't really need cybersecurity until I get hacked, and then I needed it yesterday. For a business finding a qualified provider of a service from a trusted resource, it just saves tons of money, and it increases the comfort of the whole thing. And when data is collected in this whole thing, it now monetizes, like we said, your contact list. So everybody can send trusted advisors of their own into the network, and they can be compensated for it. People can bring in friends and family and now give them a service that maybe otherwise they wouldn't have ever, frankly, think of their electrician as a potential customer.
That's awesome. Well, we already know both of us are so excited about this concept and to see what is going to happen with this. So, this is the future way of connecting with others. If you could say one thing to tie it all up, what would you say today?
You know, anybody who's been a service provider, and again, I've done it for a long time, service providers, we spend years building our contact lists. We know businesses, in fact, that have told us they have hundreds or even thousands of contacts that in many cases they've not talked to in years. They don't monetize that list. They say they have the list, but in fact, you know, some of their prospects they've never even met. They're on their contact list. And many of them say, I don't even share my contacts. Well, people refer contacts one at a time all the time. So why not position yourself as a reference to all of your contacts all of the time? I've bought and sold companies, and many think that, you know, if I have a contact list, this is of great value if I sell the business. Well, let me tell you something. A stale contact list is worthless. If 30–40% of your contacts, their emails have changed, it's useless. So Power Up Intent is a way to harvest those past relationships and not hoard them for some rainy day that will probably never happen. In fact, a big part of our service is cleaning up your lists, updating your partners, you know, that are in our program to make sure that their lists are clean and help them maybe even put together a marketing program of their own newsletters or blogs or content to their people. Just stay fresh in front of their mind. So a contact thing can be a very simple thing that we forget about to consistently refresh, grow, and nurture. It's the backbone to strengthen and growing a business. And it's a significant contribution to any network. So think about this. Monetizing referrals is a huge cornerstone of Power Up Intent.
Well, Tom, it's been awesome to hang out and really truly launch Power Up in 10 with you. And like you said, we're ready to be everybody's backbone to their growth and connection in 2023. And stay tuned for more and have a great day.
Thanks.